everyone, this is Davida, founder and chief wanderluster behind Wonders of Wonders travel, food, and culture blog, and the voice behind its storytelling podcast. And this is a Getting to Know Davida session where I answer your questions. So, without further ado, let's jump right into it. First question. I loved the collaboration you did some time ago where you asked people what sparked their love of travel. So, what's your travel origin story? Ooh, I love this question. My travel origin story goes all the way back to growing up in Ghana. I used to take family road trips between Accra and Kumasi, and those were kind of the my earliest sort of memories of just going beyond what I knew, beyond my neighborhood, beyond what was familiar. And that's kind of where my curiosity for the world really began. But then coupled with that, I always tell the story of my grandma and how much her love of storytelling also jump started my approach to travel and travel writing, and why I always say that travel is in people, is in stories, is in moments, and it's in those types of connections. So that's kind of like the very brief answer to that. Next question. What inspired you to start writing? So, my journey to writing actually had a bit of a traumatic start. When I was about 7, I suffered a head injury in a terrible accident in school, and it took me out of school for a while. So, while I was at home recovering, I began to make elaborate notes about my day because I thought I was losing my memory. So, I just began to document a lot. Um, and yeah, at that point in time, it wasn't a very, it was just this is what I did, this is what I'm wearing, this is, how my day is looking, blah blah blah. So it was very straightforward exercise. I didn't really do it out of a love of writing or anything of that sort. But then the love came eventually. So it somewhere along the line, I began to write short stories for myself, just short stories about the people that would sometimes be around the house. Sometimes you're growing up and there's a whole slew of people that come and go all the time. So I would just make up things about them, what I thought was going on in their lives. And yeah, the love of writing eventually came. But at the time, if you had told me that out of a very terrible situation, I would, fall into a path of writing, I'd have told you to knock me down with a feather and color me shocked. Next question. When are you publishing your book? 3 words. Watch this space. Next question. Which place has had the most profound effect on you? I would say outside of my native Ghana and my life in the UK, Paris would be the city that has had a profound effect on me. Just because of the time that it happened in my life. I studied French in university, and so I had the option of doing a year abroad in a French speaking country. So I picked France, and that's how I ended up in Paris. And it was a bewildering, fascinating, frustrating, eye opening, enriching experience. Really, all of the above. But I also made lifelong friends that I am still in touch with. Hi, Hanifa. Hi, Charles. And so yeah, so at the time that it happened, it was a very profound experience for me. It was my kind of very first, I would say, adult brush with independence in a country that was not my own. And so yeah, all of the experiences that time period gave me, I feel contributed to who I am now, and some of the things I enjoy, and even learning to really be in my own company and find out who is Davida without all the trappings of family and all of that. Next question. What are your favorite things to write about? Ooh, travel, food, culture, but also just anything that is smile inducing. I think often about the sort of experience that I want my audiences to leave my platforms with. And usually it boils down to something that delights them, something that makes them smile, something that makes them feel inspired or motivated to, push themselves outside their comfort zone. I write often about how pushing myself is helping me to look at the world differently, and it's helping me to step into the person that I'm supposed to be, because I truly believe that growth is on the other side of our discomfort zone. Next question. What's the first thing you plan to do post lockdown? Get together with some loved ones. It's been a while. I can't wait to just have a meal, um, catch up in person properly over a good meal, some nice drinks. Yeah, just the last year has been a lot. So definitely looking forward to a bit of quality time with family and friends in a safe way, of course. Next question. What do you miss most about traveling? What don't I miss about traveling? I miss a mad dash in the airport because I'm nearly missing my flight. Yep, I admit I'm not the earliest at the airport. And I'm not sure that this time away has made me change my ways. I miss the way the heat can kind of hit you when you are at the top of the plane before you get off, when you land in a warm country. I miss even plain food. But really, I mean, on a deeper level, I miss that connectedness with the rest of the world, or just being able to be a fish out of water in a new place, or even in a place that you are rediscovering with new eyes, even a very familiar place. So yeah, so I miss that connection with people, with a different sort of pace, with a different type of life to what you know. Um, yeah, I miss it. I can't wait to set off again when it's right to do so. Next question is, what is your drink of choice? Ooh. Well, so I think it depends what the mood is, what the vibe is, what sort of experience you want to have. But as a standard, I tend to love red wine, but I'm also always open to recommendations. So I will typically ask, what should I order? Because food and drink such a huge part of experiencing the taste of a place. So yeah, and you can't go wrong with a good recommendation. But typically, as a standard, if I'm coming back from a place, I will usually get a wine from duty free, or however I can manage to get wine back from wherever I've been visiting. Next question is, how do you stay so fabulous? First of all, thank you. Plenty of positive self talk and an unshakable belief that the best is always yet to come. Keeps me keeps me hopeful, keeps me optimistic, and yeah, gives me something to smile about always. What's your dream destination? For some time now, I've been thinking about the concept of the bucket list, and I honestly can't answer this question. I don't have one. I just feel that my exploration of the world is only just beginning. And there are absolutely, you know, experiences I can't wait to have more of. I would love to do a wine cruise. I would love to do a safari. I would love to have an experience of a skydiving. I mean, a whole host of experiences. I think more in terms of experiences than destinations now. But that means that my palette for dream destinations is wide open. So if there are any brands or destinations out there, call me. Let's talk. Next question is, how exactly did you get the nickname Linkages? This made me laugh. So for those who don't know, one of my many nicknames is Linkages, links. And it came from my father, who long ago said that I have a knack for connecting people, for linking people. So, and I also have a few matchmaking stories under my belt. So, all I'm saying is that if you get invited to a gathering by me, make sure you say yes. You never know what kind of magic will be on the other side of that. That's all I'm saying. Next question is, what would you pursue if you had no fear of failing? Ooh, this one is deep. I tell you what, I believe that I am in the middle of that pursuit, which is walking in the full spirit of my creativity. It's a very personal experience, but it's also public because, of course, as a creator, my stuff is out there online, and it means it's always open to criticism, to judgment, to all manner of opinions, which sometimes kind of can hold me back. But I'm challenging myself constantly to work through those fears because, boy, imagine what's on the other side of just embracing that freedom. And so, yeah, to the world, I say, look out. I'm only just getting started. So, that's it for this Getting to Know Davida session. I hope you have enjoyed hanging out with me. And as always, I am on socials at Wonders O Wonders and on the website as wondersofwonders.com. So, until next time, see you soon.